Hi everyone, my name is Elizabeth and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hi everyone, welcome back. Hi everyone, my name is Elizabeth and welcome back to my YouTube channel in which I document my 2021 no-buy year. Okay, so for this video, this is sort of like a roundup video. I wanted to talk about the things that I did buy this month within the items that I'm allowed to buy as part of my no-buy rules. And then I also wanted to talk about things that I didn't buy that I wanted to, but it would have broken the rules if I had done so. So those are sort of the two parts that this video is going to be split up into. So let's go ahead and get on into it. First, I wanted to talk about the things that I did buy, that I was allowed to buy within the rules of my no-buy. So if you haven't watched my introduction to my no-buy year, I will link it in the cards above. Please watch that video because I talk about the rules for my no-buy, which I'm not going to go into too much detail this time around. So if you're wondering about the rules I set for my no-buy, please go check that video out. So I am allowed to buy makeup, skincare, clothing if as a replacement for something that's been completely used up or for which I don't have an alternative for. This month I purchased my Stellatopia, it's the Mustela Stellatopia cleansing cream. This is the only body wash that I have found my skin can tolerate. I have super dry skin, I have eczema, I have rosacea, I have a lot of issues. I have folliculitis as well. So I have very reactive, sensitive skin. And it's been quite the journey to try to get the skin, especially on my body as well as on my face, to calm down and not be so reactive. So this I have found works really well. It's actually intended for babies. It's a baby cleansing wash formula from Mustela, which is a German brand. And it's specifically designed for kids, for babies that have eczema. So if you have eczema or if you just have super dry skin like I do and you're looking for a good body wash, this is what I recommend. It's fragrance free. It has a lot of great nourishing oils in it. And I would definitely not recommend you to ever use bar soap if you have uber dry skin or eczema like I do. So just a heads up, I have learned that the hard way. So this I really recommend. I'm probably holding that. That seems like really good YouTube practice, right? To hold something up and instead of putting it next to you, put it right in front of your face so that your YouTube channel subscribers cannot see you. I'll try to remember not to do that. But this stuff's awesome. Definitely. I probably purchase this like once a month. I go through it that quickly because it's the only thing I use. And then in that kind of same vein, I bought some more of my moisturizing cream. This is the Honest Beauty Eczema Moisturizing Cream. Eczema cream, they call it, soothing therapy. And again, this is excellent for if you have super dry skin, if you have dehydrated skin, if you have eczema or other reactive skin issues like folliculitis. This is great. I love it. It really helps to control my eczema. It doesn't completely eliminate it. And I'm still open to suggestions. If any of you have some products that work really well for you on your body that eliminate your eczema, let me know in the comments down below. I would love to hear them. I'm always on the search for anything that I can try that will help calm my skin down. That is goal number 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. Just calm my skin down. My eczema tends to present as these tiny little blister-like bumps all over my body. So I don't have that. I know some of my friends also have eczema and it tends to present more like a scaly or flaky, sort of oily rash. Mine presents as these tiny little bumps. And if yours presents that way, this does work really well. Although, like I said, it's not going to eliminate it completely or at least for me, it hasn't eliminated it completely. And I am not a doctor. Definitely talk to your doctor, talk to a dermatologist if you do have a lot of reactive skin issues, and listen to their advice. I'm just talking about what has worked for me, and in general, I have tried to stay away from prescription medications to control my eczema, to control my rosacea. So I'm kind of looking more for over-the-counter solutions to that. So I do buy this probably once a month as well. And then the other two things that I purchased, I don't have with me to show you right now because they're still on their way here. I believe they're supposed to arrive tomorrow or maybe Thursday. It's the Paula's Choice, the peptide booster, and the Paula's Choice azelaic acid. Those are the two things I purchased from Paula's Choice that I had used up, that I don't have replacements for in my vanity, in my skincare backup. So I purchased those from Paula's Choice to replace the same two products that I had also used up. That's it for what I purchased within the context of my no-buy rules. I didn't purchase any makeup this month, and I didn't purchase any clothing items. Now, there are other things I'm not including in these monthly roundup videos, although I could if you are so inclined to hear about them. So I do have items that are kind of outside of the rules of the no-buy, because my no-buy really only covers makeup, skincare, and clothing. So housewares I'm allowed to buy. I did purchase other items like a keyboard for my computer that I figured I probably shouldn't talk about as part of this video because those are all outside of the no-buy rules. But if you are interested in hearing about those kind of items, you can let me know in the comments, and I can certainly add them to my next roundup video in February. So that is it for everything that I purchased within the context of the no-buy rules for January 2021. So now let's get into what I wanted to buy, but I didn't because I would have broken my no-buy rules to purchase these items. And I have them down in a list here. So if you see me looking off camera, it's because I am referring to my phone. Okay, so the first thing, before I even get into this, I need to find a way to transition to something without saying okay. So I have noticed as I'm rewatching my videos, that is my preferred transition of choice, and the repetitiveness of it is driving me a little nuts. This is my Adept palette that I have been depotting shadows or putting single shadows that are meant to go into a magnetic palette into. I featured this in my last video, my depotting intro video. So if you haven't watched that, I will link it in the cards. So what I had showed, see, I just said so. Oh my God. What I had talked about in the depotting video was that I had these Clionadh shadows that I had already put in. Oops, I keep forgetting not to have the mirror showing because it's going to reflect all of that back. So these Clionadh shadows that I purchased, I think in September of last year. Clionadh shadows are meant to go in a magnetic palette that you provide, or you can buy one of theirs. They have empty magnetic palettes that you could also put their shadows into. I used an Adept palette for their shadows, but these shadows, oh my goodness. They are the most beautiful thing I have ever seen, and the camera is not going to do these justice at all. I'm going to kind of zoom. It's probably not going to pick up any of the nuance of these gorgeous shadows. They are so beautiful. I'll try swatching some of them and we'll see how it goes. Maybe some of the more highly pigmented or more intensely colored ones will show up on my very crummy camera setup. All of these shadows are from the stained glass collection from Clionadh Cosmetics, and they are just here. This one I believe is Spire. Oh my. No. Okay, that's not gonna, there is no way that is gonna pick up. Okay, there we go. There you can see a little bit of the color shift. And when I get close, it doesn't, or here, maybe on my finger it'll, I mean, it's kind of showing up better on my finger than on the back of my hand. But they are all like this. All of them that, oh my God. I just cannot with this. Oh my gosh, they're so beautiful. I cannot express in words how deeply pigmented, how color shifting they are. And they're all like this. They are all like this. I want the entire collection. I haven't gone through and counted how many shadows are in the stained glass collection. I'm going to hazard a guess that there's at least 80. There's at least 80, and I want them all. I wish I had a better camera so that you could really appreciate these, but I will include pictures here taken from the good old interwebs of much better pictures of swatches of some of the Clionadh shadows. You can also go to their Facebook page, which I will link down below, to see great photos of their swatches of all of the different colors. There are also tons of amazing and much more talented YouTubers than I who do entire swatch videos of the Clionadh collection. I have about, I believe, 8 more coming that I ordered in December, but it was a pre-order situation, and so those have not arrived yet. Those are supposed to be coming in February. So I'll definitely update you when those new shadows come. These are all going to be for costuming, the Clionadh shadows. I'm not going to wear these colors day to day. I don't really wear eyeshadow in general, and certainly not colors like these. Or, you know, that's just not my thing. So I am going to love using these when I do fantasy events, when I do costuming events. I will say though, that I want the entire collection so badly because of the fact that I've been swatching these lately. I had kept them in the packaging for so long, and then when I finally put them in the Adept palette, I've been swatching them and playing around with them just to see what they look like, and this just makes me want them, all of them, as a result. Oh my, it's just insane. So it's funny, when I first placed the order for these, you know, I was kind of reserving my judgment until they actually arrived, and because they're for costuming, and it's not like costuming is a day-to-day thing for me. I also didn't feel this intense need to buy a whole bunch of them, which is why I only started out with these 8 and then purchased another 8 during the second pre-sale. But now that I've swatched them, I want all of them. I don't need all of them. Considering how frequently I actually do fantasy makeup, I don't need all of them. But they are just beautiful. They are stunning and perfect and gorgeous and the most unusual shadows I have ever seen. So that's been my craving. I desire this entire collection now, just because I have been playing around with the swatching now that I have them in my Adept Cosmetics palette. So RIP me. Okay, I need to go wash all of this off. All right. So now that I talked about my first big want, my first big desire, the Clionadh shadows, the second thing I want to talk about that I wanted to purchase but that I didn't because it would break the rules of my no-buy is also a makeup item. And that is the Rare Beauty Stay Vulnerable Melting Cream Blushes. The name of this product, specifically the melting cream blushes part, hits me in all of my weak zones when it comes to my desires and my wants out of the blushes that I have or blushes that I want to purchase. I don't really like powder blushes. I have more mature skin. I prefer cream products in general. And this whole melting cream blushes, just that name, it's everything I want in my blush. I want cream blush that melts into my skin. So this one, kudos to the advertising and PR team for Real Beauty, because the naming on that product, it just hit me right where it hurts, folks. Right where it hurts. But specifically, I want the two, I'm not really into the liquid shadows. So this whole collection, the Stay Vulnerable collection is not just the melting cream blushes. It's these cream eyeshadows or liquid eyeshadows, as well as a liquid lip, kind of a glossy lip gloss, I suppose. I can't even remember what either of those are called, because for the most part, I'm not really intrigued by those as much as I am by the blushes. And specifically the two colors that I really am just, my heart is just beating for, are the Nearly Rose and Nearly Berry, are the two colors that I definitely want in the cream blush and would consider for the lip gloss as well. You know, I should look up and see what this is even called. The Stay Vulnerable Glossy Lip Balm. And these were more of a semi-want versus the hardcore, I have to have it, of the melting cream blushes. But I am intrigued by these, mostly because I do really like the Rowan liquid lip balms, and because these are referred to as a glossy lip balm, I don't know. It's hitting those buttons for me again, just based on the naming. So I'm curious to try them, but it's definitely not as an intense of a desire as the melting cream blushes. Now, here's the thing about those cream blushes is I have a lot of cream and liquid blush. In fact, I'm planning to do all my cream liquid blush video. Like, here's my collection of all of my cream and liquid blushes, so that you can really see how massive the collection is of of that particular product type, and that I really don't need more. And not only that, but I'm fairly certain that the ones that I already have I could dupe these two colors. I mean, the Nearly Rose and the Nearly Berry, I mean, we're talking about a fairly neutral bright pink and a deep berry shade. I'm pretty certain I have those colors already in my existing liquid / cream blush collection. So even though I really want to try these, and I think part of that strong desire is also because it's a new release, and a lot of the YouTubers that I follow have done a review video on these products, and seeing the beautiful looks that they create with these products, I think that's really driving a lot of my desire to own them. But also fairly certain I can absolutely dupe both of those cream blushes. So moving on to the next thing on my list. In fact, all of the remaining items on my list are going to be clothing items. I hinted at some of these clothing items in earlier videos where I talked about specifically my no-buy rule that refers to the fact that I am allowed to exchange items that I purchased before my no-buy year started, if it was still within the exchange window, for an item of a different size if it didn't fit me. And I talked about in an earlier video how this rule felt a little disingenuous to the spirit of the no-buy, that it kind of seemed like an escape hatch, that I wrote in an escape hatch into my rules so that I could kind of skate by and maybe get some new things, even though, do I really need them? And in the end, that is one of the big reasons I am doing the no buy, is because I have so many lovely things already. I really I don't need any new clothes. I really don't. And trying to break that cycle of conflating wants with needs, especially when it comes to my weakness areas like clothing, like makeup, like skincare. Yeah, I mean, it just doesn't feel great. That rule doesn't feel great. And I had talked about that in a previous video. And now we're going to talk about specifically one of the items that is on my I didn't buy it list because it would break my no buy for that very reason. The Tradlands Shelter Cotton Cardigan in Birch. Holy moly, this cardigan is gorgeous. And I am a sucker for a cardigan. I'm a sucker for a chunky knit, thick, cozy cardigan that won't make me itch. Because of my aforementioned sensitive skin, I try to stick to cotton and maybe some synthetics or blends that don't have a lot of wool in them. Wool can be very irritating to my skin. Angora is another one that's very irritating to my skin. So this cardigan just hits all the buttons. It's a chunky knit. It's cotton. It's slouchy. I love the style of the buttons. I love that it's cropped enough that you could wear it as a top, but long enough that it doesn't look ridiculous worn open as a cardigan. And this is a new sartorial foray for me into the world of styling cardigans as tops. I've seen it a lot on some of my favorite YouTuber channels, especially Jessica Harumi does an amazing job of styling cardigans as tops, and it really has me obsessed with trying this trend myself. And I do have one cardigan that I can do this with that's short enough that and that also has buttons. I feel like those are the two requirements, right? It has to be short enough that you could tuck it into pants or jeans or a skirt or something, but then also have buttons so when you button it up, it looks like a top. So the Shelter Cotton Cardigan in Birch, specifically, the color that I want is called Birch, it just hits all my buttons, and I don't have a cream colored or even white, like white, cream, off-white. I don't have a cardigan in that color. I purchased one from Everlane in December that was sort of a similar style to the Tradlands cardigan, but it was a lot less expensive. I will say the Tradlands cardigan is quite expensive. It is an investment piece. I believe it's $227. It is absolutely an investment piece. And I don't necessarily mind that, but I was at the time, back in December when I wanted to purchase it, I was looking for something that I could find in a similar fabric, so cotton, chunky knit, that was maybe a little less expensive from a brand that I still like their ethics. And Everlane has gotten a lot of press about their cotton cropped cardigans. I have one in black, which I really like. So they had, I think, just extra small was the only size they had left in this kind of ivory color. I'll put it up on the screen here. And I purchased it in the extra small, and it was just too small. If I'm really going to stick to that rule of I can exchange an item for a different size, I can get that exact cardigan in a bigger size, which they're not available till February. I think the restock is February 8th on the bigger sizes. And I've been trying to convince myself that buying the Tradlands cardigan is equivalent, and it's not. It really isn't. It's just not. The rule said it has to be an item, exchanging the item for the same one of a different size. And to me, to my mind, that means same company, same exact item, just different size. It can't be, oh, it's a similar item, but made by a different company. It's a different different item made by a different company, but they're similar. That's not the same thing. And I think that's where that particular rule that I wrote for my no buy, it's a little bit of a slippery slope. I think that's why it feels a little squidgy to me. That cardigan I'm obsessed with. I love it every time I see Jessica Harumi or someone else on Instagram or on YouTube or on Pinterest. I see them styling it, wearing it. I love it. I want it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get it, but not this year. I can't get it this year. I'm going to have to wait until 2022. And while, yes, that stinks, but does it really? Does it really stink? Is it really the end of the world? It's not. It's just a cardigan. I have many, many cardigans. Just because I don't have a pale color, chunky knit cardigan, my life isn't going to end. I still have so many items that I could find creative ways to style. I'm going to be okay. The next item on the list falls sort of in this same slippery slope where I could kind of twist that rule a little bit so that I could buy this. And that is the redone Comfort Stretch Stovepipe Jeans in light stone. I'll put a picture up. These are, in my mind, my dream denim, like my dream jeans. I love that pale wash, not super pale, but light blue wash. I love the stone wash aspect to the denim. I live for high-waisted denim. I hate anything else when it comes to, high-waist everything for me. If it's going on the bottom of my body, it needs to be high-waisted, whether it's a skirt, whether it's pants, whether it's jeans. I don't like mid-rise, and I loathe low-rise anything. I have a really, really long torso, and I just feel so out of proportion if I wear anything else that isn't a high-rise on the bottom half of my body. So high-rise denim for me is where it's at. And I don't have a light wash denim. I have black, I have dark blue, and then I have medium blue, but I don't have any light wash denim. So the color hits it for me. The fact that it's high rise hits it for me. The fact that it has stretch. Yes, please. I feel like I don't get this trend in the high-end denim world, shall we say, the designer denim world, of high-rise jeans, or really any jeans for that matter, but specifically high-rise jeans with no stretch. It blows my mind. I feel like I have been hunting for a pair of high-rise, straight leg, truly straight leg. Another side note, I don't like skinny jeans. I don't want to feel like a sausage stuffed into a casing. I do not want to feel like that when I'm wearing my jeans. And I have owned skinny jeans in the past, especially when they were super trendy, and I did wear them. I don't like them. Again, I'm not trying to be a stuffed sausage. Not a good look, especially for someone of my age. So straight leg, and when I mean straight leg, I mean truly straight leg denim. From the crotch all the way to the floor, straight leg denim. It is shockingly hard to find. Truly straight leg denim in a high waist cut, and I mean uber high waist. I'm talking 11 inches and up. Truly high waist cut that's in a light wash, that's not made of 100% cotton or some rigid denim that has no stretch to it whatsoever. I have trolled Bloomingdale's, Saks Fifth Avenue, all the high-end, department stores, denim websites. Everything is rigid denim. No stretch to be found anywhere. For the most part, I don't get it. Who wants to feel their denim just digging into their body as they bend over? Who wants to feel that? Who are you people? Honestly, I'm exaggerating a little bit. If you like rigid denim and they're comfortable for you, then more power to you. They're just, for me, not comfortable. They're not comfortable. I do not like them. No. They're not for me. So I finally found through Jessica Harumi. I feel like I find so many things through her blog or her YouTube channel. She's amazing. She did a review video of the redone high waist stovepipe jeans, not the comfort stretch though, the 100% cotton or whatever the case may be, so no stretch. And they looked amazing on her. And then I did some digging around on the redone website and found that they make them with stretch. So they don't just have them in 100% cotton, non-stretch denim. They also have them in stretch denim. And it was like the angels singing from the sky. Could this be it? Could this be my dream denim where I finally have found a comfortable, super high-waisted, truly straight leg denim? So what I did was I went on The Real Real. It's one of my favorite websites, especially because one of my rules or kind of part of the framework of my no buy is if I do buy something that I want to look for it used or pre-owned first before buying new. And that's something I've actually been trying to do even before the no buy. So back in December, I had found what I thought was a pair of the redone comfort stretch stovepipe jeans on the Real Real website. I find that the one thing I don't love about that website is the titles can be misleading. And sometimes they don't put the actual type, especially of denim, the specific type of denim that it is in the title. You know, they'll just put redone straight leg jean. That could be the stovepipe jean. It could be, they have several different styles. So because they don't put the actual specific style name in there, it can be a little tough knowing if that's the specific thing you want, if that's what you're actually going to get. So I ordered them. They came in. It was not the comfort stretch stovepipe, and I sent them back. They weren't truly straight leg. They were tight around the top of my thighs, and then they got looser as they went down. So it wasn't what I wanted. When I looked at the tag in them, the style, it was something like double threaded or something like that. It was not the comfort stretch. So I sent them back. And I really, really, really want to get the actual comfort stretch pair in the Lightstone, that specific wash. That's what I want. I just want those. But again, there goes the slippery slope, right? If I buy those, even though the original ones that I sent back were redone, and these different ones that I want are redone, it's a different style. So it just doesn't feel right. So even though I desperately want those jeans, I can't get them. I'm not going to get them. Well, I will probably in 2022, but not this year. So that was the other item that kind of I have alluded to in previous videos, where that rule that I wrote is just coming back to bite me in the keister, honestly. The last 3 things I have to talk about are all tops. And lately, my vibe for tops has been flowy, loose, comfortable. I can't say that's always sort of been my vibe, but I'm really feeling that vibe intensely these days. And part of that is driven by one of my besties bought me 2 beautiful, flowy cotton, 100% cotton button downs from Doen. And they're just the most beautiful, lovely tops. They're that. You see that? Yeah. They're perfect. They're so effortless. Total French girl vibe. I just love everything about them. And ever since I got those 2 tops for Christmas, you would think getting those 2 tops for Christmas would satisfy the need, but no. Just feeding the beast. Feeding the beast. So those 2 tops, seeing how lovely they were, has just really amped up my thirst for more tops just like that. And I do actually have other tops just like that. I have this gorgeous sheer silk blousey, it's in navy blue silk blousey top from Velvet. It's gorgeous. But these next 3 items all fall in this vein, this feeding the beast vein of, yes, I absolutely need more flowy peasant French girl style tops. I don't actually need them. But this is what my brain is trying to tell me. The first one is the Emerson Fry Poet Blouse in black. Lend me strength. Everything about this, the tiny little delicate buttons, the fact that it's black. I love black. It is my favorite color. I love it. So the color, love it. Love the drapiness of it. It has the perfect blouson sleeves that aren't too big, aren't too small. It's just so effortless and chic. I feel like I could wear it for work. I feel like I could wear it just lounging around the house. I feel like I could wear it out to dinner whenever we go out. I mean, whenever that's a thing that happens again, going out to dinner. But it just seems so versatile, so perfect. Yep. Now, one of the Doan blouses that my friend bought me for Christmas is a black blouse, but it has a floral print on top. So this is kind of where my little 3-year-old child brain that's throwing a temper tantrum up in here that I need it, I need this, I want candy, I want this, I want that. The 3-year-old is trying to convince me that because this one doesn't have flowers on it, I'm totally justified in buying it. I'm not. But yes, that's what's happening with that one. The next one, very, very similar in appearance. It's just a different color. And that is the Nilly Lotan Kelly blouse in vanilla. Same exact vibe as the Emerson Fry blouse. Drapey, perfect sleeves, like not too big, not too small. It just looks easy, breezy, beautiful. Like I could wear it anywhere, wear it at home, wear it once we're allowed to go out again. Same thing, all the same feelings, all the same feelings. The 3-year-old's having the same reaction to this, just throwing a fit. I want it, I want it, it's perfect. We don't have a top in this color. You really must buy it. Honestly. And then the last one, okay, I lied. There weren't 3 tops on the list. There were only 2. The Emerson Fry and the Nilly Lotan. Lotan? Please let me know if I'm mispronouncing that. So that is it for all of the things that were tugging on my 3-year-old's heartstrings to buy this, just break your no buy it. And I didn't. I'm not gonna lie, it was tough. And sometimes I get in this funk in my head that because it was tough to not buy those things, and because that 3-year-old temper tantrum-y, I want candy me that lives inside of my brain was really insistent, like, I want it. I don't know, I sometimes feel like a failure because of that, even though I didn't buy it. So I didn't fail. I didn't buy any of them. But just the fact that I'm having those feelings and that I'm not able to control them better sometimes makes me feel like I'm failing at this. It's so hard because I can't do it. But I can. I can do it. I did do it. I didn't buy any of them. And it's also a big thank you to all of you that have been watching, because knowing that I am accountable to you and that if I had bought them, I would have had to come on here and say, I broke my no buy. Here are the things that I bought that broke the rules. It does help. And that was the whole purpose of this channel to begin with. I mean, the No Buy 2021 challenge was, truly for me to break this vicious cycle of overconsumption and spending and learning to love what I already have. And this channel is the way that I'm staying accountable, or one of the ways that I'm staying accountable. So thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here with me on this journey. It really, really does help. That is it for my video. Please let me know down in the comments what you would like to see from me. Is there any specific content that you would like to see? I would love to know what you would like to see from me, what you're interested in seeing. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, give my video a thumbs up, and subscribe if you would like to follow me on this crazy wackadoodle journey of No Buy 2021. And please ring the little notification bell so that you get notified of all my upcoming uploads. Have a great day. Bye.